Are you serious? Are you serious? I just want to throw this out there for you really quick. We have eruptions of ash at 5 volcanoes shrouding skies in Indonesia. Eruptions of ash at 5 volcanoes shrouded the skies over parts of Indonesia, according to officials closing 3 of their airports. Now, folks, we've been telling you that there would be an increase in volcanic activity, and volcanism is being caused by tons of pressure, 2 directions. What's coming from the imploding, if you will, from the core of the earth, and that's why we're seeing record eruptions of volcanic activity this year. We're on pace to break the all-time record of eruptions in a single year, but also the pressure from the atmospheric compression that's causing all this extreme weather. You got extreme jet streams, extreme straight line winds. We're witnessing massive rainstorms that are flooding in certain areas that are unprecedented. We've seen incredible snowfalls this past winter in Buffalo, New York, 7 feet of snow, and Boston, Massachusetts, over 100 inches of snow in a single year. We've been witnessing all of these straight line wind storms, tornadoes, volcanoes, and folks, it's just getting started. Very dangerous time coming up now in hurricanes and typhoons. We've seen quite a few typhoons, and so we realize that the extreme weather conditions are affecting the earth. But one that gets overlooked sometimes is volcanism. And when you have this many volcanic eruptions spewing this much ash and smoke and dirt and brimstone and flowing out lava, it definitely makes an effect on other parts of the world as far as the weather. Now get this, 13,000 people so far have been evacuated due to the volcanic eruptions in the last 30 days, mostly from a couple of these 5 volcanoes. The elevation showed is not extraordinarily a natural phenomenon, but the amounts of these, the numbers of volcanoes erupting, have seemed to be triggering maybe simultaneous eruptions. This is some of the potential guesses of why you would have 5 volcanoes in Indonesia alone right now erupting. But the Bible does tell us in the last days that we will see different types of signs. Earthquakes will be in diverse places, and we know there'll be famines and there'll be plagues, pestilences, diseases. We know there'll be droughts, and so we're witnessing all of these things taking place at an extreme level. We're going to break the record for the most earthquakes in a single year. We're on pace to do it, over 6.0, and we're on pace to break the record in a single year for volcanic eruptions in the same year. So we are witnessing some absolute apocalyptic events taking place. And I'm not so sure people are prepared. Matter of fact, I know people are not prepared. They're definitely not prepared for the woes that are coming upon the world. You know, Jesus talks about there'll be false Christ and false prophets shall rise, and they shall deceive many. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. The end is not yet, for there will be wars and rumors of wars. Nations would rise against nations and kingdoms against kingdoms. And so as we're watching all these apocalyptic events take place, he said these are just the beginning of sorrows. And men are going to literally be persecuted and put to death and imprisoned. And we're witnessing that as ISIS continues to rampage across the Middle East, and civilians are being murdered in massive numbers, and yet the world sits idly by. Are you saved? Because you might say, well, Pastor, I live in the Western world, everything's fine. Is it? And take another look at the instability in the economic systems of the world. Take another look at radical jihad spreading across America and European nations. Take another look at the situation all around you, and you'll find that the Bible's prophetic words that Jesus spoke, as well as the ancient Old Testament prophets, are coming to pass before your very eyes. Pray one for another. Pray for the people of Indonesia, because this might be just the beginning of the apocalyptic volcanic eruptions that they are surely going to encounter. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're living in the last days, folks. He's coming soon. Are you saved? Please, don't miss today's live broadcast. We're going to talk about the Planned Parenthood videos that have been released. And I'm going to get in detail. I'm telling you, we're living in the last days. 12 noon Eastern at my website, www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com.